a story about the places where wild animals make their homes. It's not a story about wild animals that live in faraway places like Africa, or about lions that live in a zoo. It's not about pet animals like dogs and cats that live in people's houses either. And it's not about farm animals like cows and pigs that live on farms in the country. It's about the wild animals that make their homes very close to where you live, even if you live in a big city.
Yeah?
Well, he never gives anyone, not even me, anything better than a B.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, let's go home and make some cookies. That will make you feel better.
Okay.
You know, this trapper keeper would be perfect if it was like light purple.
Light purple? It's fine the way it is. I like that color.
Well, Rebecca has light purple. I don't see why I can't have it.
Rebecca!
Wait, stop. I gotta show you something. This is great.
What are you gonna do?
I learned it in gym class.
You're not gonna do anything stupid, are you?
No, of course not.
Well, Tammy, what? Tammy, what are you doing? Tammy! I swear, Tamara.
Look! A grass day. Jimmy Fargo's walking home this way. We gotta go home and change.
Come on. I swear, Tammy, you can be such a klutz. Wait a minute, Tammy. What's that peeping noise? Did you hear it?
Oh, yeah. Where's it coming from?
I don't know. I knew I heard something. Oh, Tammy. It's a little animal. I think it's a baby bird.
Wow. An eagle. A baby eagle. That's what it is.
I don't think it's an eagle. Whatever it is, it sure is making a lot of noise. It's probably hungry. I wonder where its mother is.
I know. Let's take it home and feed it and keep it for a pet.
Oh, Tammy, that's stupid. This isn't the kind of bird you can buy in a pet store. This bird doesn't belong in a cage. It lives here in our park. Besides, if we don't even know what kind of bird it is, then how do we know what to feed it?
Then what should we do?
I've got it. You stay here and keep an eye on it. I'll run home and call somebody, okay?
Okay.
Whoa, where'd you get that? Is that yours?
No, we just found it. Heather says we can't keep it. I think it's baby eagle. What do you think?
I doubt it's a baby eagle. How many eagles have you seen flying around Center City?
I called our city wildlife officer, Mr. Konishi, and he said to call the wildlife center when they take care of the wild animals.
Wild animals? You mean our baby bird is a wild animal? Doesn't look very wild to me.
Well, that's what the lady at the wildlife center said. And she said that it probably fell out of its nest and we should put it back in. It must have fallen out of this tree. Come on, help me find the nest.
Wait a minute. You can't pick up the bird. When you touch a baby bird, it smells like your hand, and the mother won't go near it.
Let's just do what the wildlife center told us to do, okay?
All right, but I hope you know what you're doing.
I do. It must have fallen out of this tree. There it is! I found the nest! Look at it! Oh, it's so cute! Oh, wow. Tammy, what are you doing?
I'm putting it back in its nest, can I?
Will you be gentle with it? Okay, come on, be careful. Be careful. Watch it. Okay. Be really gentle with it.
And still, you give me a boost.
Yeah. Okay, good. Careful. Okay, now the wildlife lady said to get as far away from the nest as we can possibly get so the parents don't get frightened away by it.
Yeah.
Let's go watch from our kitchen window to see if they come back.
Okay. Yeah, and we could grab a snack.
Hey, Winston, let me have a look. No birds have even come near the nest. And we've been watching for 2.5 hours.
According to this bird book, so far we've seen some robins, some sparrows, and a lot of crows, but none have even come near the nest.
Well, maybe we should go get the baby bird and take it to the wildlife center. They said we should if the parents don't return in a couple of hours. How about you guys find a box to carry it in, and I'll leave a note for Mom.
Okay.
Watch out, they're hot.
Winston!
Be really careful with it. Here, people got it.
So you have an owl. You think its wing is broken. Okay. Handle it as little as possible and bring it on into us, okay? Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye. Can I help you?
Yeah, we called earlier about the baby bird. I'm Heather Stevenson, and this is my sister, Tamara Stevenson, but you can call her Tammy. And this is our friend, Winston Williams.
Winston T. Williams.
Well, I'm Dr. Simpson. I'm the veterinarian here at the Wildlife Center. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Ah, yes, a little baby robin.
Not a baby eagle?
No, this is a little robin. It's not more than a week old. It's called a nestling at this age when it can't fly. Now, did you wait for the mother or father to return to the nest before you brought it here?
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Good. And did you watch from a distance so as not to frighten the parents if they did come back?
From the kitchen window.
Good, good. You did the right thing. I'm afraid something must have happened to its parents. Maybe they were hit by a car or eaten by another animal. Here at the Wildlife Center, we take care of injured or orphaned animals like this until they're ready to go back out into the wild and take care of themselves. This little guy is peeping because he's hungry. He's probably thirsty, too. So, come on. I'm going to show you how we're going to take care of him until he's ready to go back outside, okay?
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Look at all those robins!
Cool.
Where'd they all come from?
Well, most of them were brought to us by people who weren't as smart as you. They didn't wait for the parents to return to the nest. They didn't realize they probably just went off to get food and would have been back in a few minutes if they've just waited. Come on, let's go. Just gonna check this little guy for parasites first. Yeah, he's good. Give it some of this because he's thirsty. There you go. There.
But how are you gonna feed it? If you touch it, it'll smell like a person's hand. No other birds will go near it, right?
No, that's not true, Winston. In fact, most birds have a very poor sense of smell. In fact, an owl will eat a skunk.
Ew!
We're just going to feed it some of this special food for a while, and then we'll put it in with older robins, hoping that they'll feed it insects and worms until it's ready to fly again. The older robins are robins that have been injured and can't fly anymore, and they could never survive in the wild. So we keep them busy helping us feed the orphan baby birds.
But why couldn't we feed our baby robin at home and keep it for a pet?
No, Tammy. There's 2 reasons why that wouldn't be a very good idea. First of all, baby robins need to be fed every 20 minutes from sunup to sundown.
Whoa!
If you lined up all the worms that it eats in one day, it would be 11 feet long.
Good night. That's longer than this room.
That's right. Robin's parents make about 400 trips to a nest every day to feed and care for its young. Do you think you could do that?
Well, I guess not. I wouldn't have time to play with my friends, or go to school, or eat, or anything.
Right. Another reason why you wouldn't want to keep it as a pet is because robins are not pets. They're wild animals who live free, and they don't need people for food and shelter. They can take care of themselves. They're not pets like dogs and cats are. Dogs and cats are domesticated.
Domesticated?
Yeah, domesticated just means tame, not wild. Here we go. There. Great, all taken care of.
Wow, look at the horses. Horses are domesticated animals, right?
Right.
And so are cows and pigs and sheep, right?
That's right. Domesticated animals depend all their lives on people for food, shelter, and care. And they live in captivity, which means they live with people.
But what about our baby robin? Here it's dependent on people, but when it's ready to fly, you'll let it go. Will it be wild or domesticated?
Well, it's still going to be wild because we're not going to tame it. You see, while it's here, it's going to learn how to take care of itself. And the older robins are going to teach it how to do that. Sometimes when wild baby animals are fed by people and not by their real parents, they get imprinted on people. They get real confused and they think a person is its parent and it doesn't learn how to take care of itself. If your robin got imprinted on you or me, then it wouldn't know what other robins look like or what it needed to know to survive, like how to find worms. Do you think you could teach it how to find worms?
No.
Okay, ready to go on?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
What would have happened to our baby robin if we left it on the ground in the park?
Well, if its parents didn't come back, it probably would have starved to death or been eaten by another animal.
Like that cat we saw.
That's right, a cat could have easily gotten it. There are other kinds of wildlife that live in the city who might have gotten it too, like a raccoon or a skunk or other kinds of urban wildlife.
Urban wildlife? What's that?
Well, urban wildlife are wild animals that live in the city. Urban just means city.
You mean raccoons and skunks live in our city?
Surprising, isn't it?
Yes.
We have lots of wild animals that live in Center City.
Any real big wild animals? Like bears?
Well, no bears, but we do have some deer that come into the city.
Deer? Really? You mean deer with really big antlers really live in Center City?
Yes, lots of them do. Last year we had about 300 deer come into the city. They like the special kind of plants that people have in their gardens. They also like to eat the lawn, too.
Yeah. One deer ate my mom's rose bush, and my mom was so upset. Remember, Tammy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whoa.
So, you mean wild animals live in our city?
Yes.
The robin lived in our park. So it's urban wildlife?
And so are the robins and sparrows and crows that live there too.
That's right.
And the ducks and the pigeons and the gulls and the beetles, they're urban wildlife too.
That's
And
right.
so are the lions and monkeys in our zoo.
Oh, wait a minute now. The animals that live in the zoo are not exactly urban wildlife.
I know.
Because
Because they aren't really free. They rely on people to take care of them. That's why they live in captivity.
that's right. But there's a lot of animals that live in our city. You just have to know where to look. The reason you've never seen a raccoon or a skunk is because they're nocturnal, which means they mostly come out at night. In fact, let me show you an example of some wildlife here that's nocturnal, okay?
Okay.
All right. Hi, Sigrid. Hello. Brought some friends with me today.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Kids, come here a minute. I want you to meet Sigrid. Kids, these are my friends. This is Sigrid. She takes care of the birds here at the Wildlife Center. Hi.
Nice to meet you,
Hi.
Sigrid.
Sigrid, could you go in and get the owl for us?
Sure.
Great. This is Barney, our barn owl. Barney's wings were injured by a car and he can't fly anymore. So we keep him here and take care of him and use him in our education programs to teach children like you about urban wildlife and wildlife habitat.
Habitat? What's a wildlife habitat?
Well, habitat just means home, and wildlife habitat is the homes where wild animals live.
Like the robins and squirrels and crows that live in the park. That's their habitat, right?
That's right. Part of Barney's habitat used to be the church steeple downtown. He used the steeple as shelter against bad weather. You see, different kinds of animals have different kinds of homes or habitats. But all animals' habitats have four things in common. They all need food to eat, water to drink, and shelter to hide from bad weather and danger, and space to move around safely and take care of their babies.
So just like people, we need food, water, shelter, and space too, right?
That's right.
So what does Barney eat in his habitat?
He's always thinking about food.
He eats mice and rats. He's a predator, which means he kills and eats other animals. Why don't we put Barney back in his cage now, and I'll take you and show you some other kind of predator that we have here at the Wildlife Center.
Okay.
Okay. Wow! An eagle! Look, Heather! A real bald eagle!
Incredible.
Oh, Tammy.
Let's talk softly so we don't disturb her. She's recovering from gunshot wounds, so she needs quiet so she can get well again. We call her Pearl because of her white head. She's very special to us. A fisherman found her down by the river on the ground, and she was nearly dead. So we did surgery on her, and fortunately she survived. Now we're just trying to get her ready so she can go back to her habitat and hunt her own fish and take care of herself again.
So that's why Pearl's a predator, because she catches fish to eat?
That's right. So as a predator, she's going to need fish in her habitat in order to survive. Now some eagles eat other things like ducks or dead animals that they find. She has other special needs in her habitat too, like very clean water. She needs tall trees for shelter and plenty of space to fly around in.
But she's so beautiful. Why would someone want to shoot her?
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was fun. But whoever shot her was breaking the law and they could have been arrested. All the birds you've seen today are protected by the law. In fact, most birds in the United States are protected. Why don't we leave her alone now and let her get some rest, okay? Okay, let's go.
Can we come back and see Pearl again?
And the owl? And our baby Robin, just to make sure it's all right?
Well, we're really pretty busy here at the Wildlife Center. We've got a lot of work to do, keeping the animals clean and healthy. But I guess you could come back for a visit and help us out a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. How's 9 o'clock Saturday? Is that good? Yeah, that's cool.
Perfect.
All right.
We'll be there.
Great. Okay, we'll see you then.
Okay,
All right,
goodbye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.